Welcome everybody. I wanted to go ahead and cook up some of this pork. Let me move the camera just a second. You know, I had all this ground up pork. Well, I got about a pound of it right here. I'm going to mix in about a pound. So that'll make a pound of ground beef. My bowl may not be big enough. I may need a bigger bowl. Let's see if I can find the bigger one, because I don't think that's going to be big enough. Yeah, this one's the bigger one, so it'll be big enough. So that's my pound of ground pork, a pound of ground beef. I'm going to add in about a cup of oatmeal. And 1 egg. I'm also going to add in some Italian seasoning right here. Probably about, I don't know, half a teaspoon, if I can get it to come out good. I'm going to put in some garlic salt, because this is the only salt that I'm putting in there. I'm putting in onion powder. Just that simple. Now's when it gets messy. You got to get your hands in it and start mixing it up. It's the best and only way I know to do it, unless I put it in the blender. I guess I could have done that. I think, you know what, I will put it in the blender. Not the blender, the food processor. And see how it works. Because I haven't used it for anything like this yet. I don't think the cord will reach. Well, yeah, it will. Oh. It'll be a lot better on my arms, my hands, and everything, because that, well, no, maybe not the blender, the mixer. I think the mixer would work better. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Because if you got a paddle wheel like, that's what you need, not the blender. Uh-oh. This will save my hands. Well, I don't know if this will reach. I'll probably have to put it over there closer. No, it's not going to reach, so I'll have to move it over here on this side. Because it's got the three-prong plug, you know, with the ground. Plug it in right there. Maybe this one will. I'm going to go through trial and error, y'all. There we go. I'm just going to dump all this mixture right in here. Don't know why I didn't do that to begin with, and I wouldn't have had to find a bigger bowl, huh? Some people might say we're making meatloaf, but we're not. Something close, but not meatloaf. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. Saves my arms. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, I've always heard. So, the meat mixture, I'm trying to get that light out of there. That does a really good job of mixing all this up for you. Now, I've got a frying pan right here, and I'm just going to move this over, if I can, a little bit. It's pretty heavy. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in my pan. Not going to take much because there might be a little bit of grease that comes out of this. Now all I'm going to do is form me some little balls, and I'm making meatballs, y'all. Maybe you'd like to come over here on the other side by now. I don't know. or maybe at least a little closer here. There, now you can see the pan, and you can see me, so that's a good combination. Now what I'm going to do is make little meatballs. And I'm not going to roll them too tight. About a spoonful at a time. A tablespoon. But it's just that easy to make your own meatballs, y'all. Unless you want to get real fancy with them and put in a lot of stuff that I don't put in mine. And the wonderful world about doing this is, once you cook your meat after it being defrosted, you know, because I had my pork loin in the freezer, I took it out and I ground it up and I've been doing recipes with it. You can refreeze it after it's cooked. And of course my hamburger was never frozen, so. This will be for future dishes. I can always take out meatballs that are already prepared and put them in a sauce and use it on pasta, spaghetti, anything I want to put it on. Or I can just do meatballs with a sauce and just have meatballs. And I want this thing closer. Don't roll them too tight, just roll them till they form a ball. And then drop them in your pan, because you don't want them to, if you compact them too tight, they're not as tender. Not really tender, but they kind of get firm, if that makes any sense. I like the texture a lot better if I don't firmly pack them. Now these are meatballs that you'll be able to put in a tomato sauce for pasta, you know, spaghetti sauce. You can make a creamy milk sauce or creamy hollandaise sauce or anything else either and put on there and serve them that way. You can make like a barbecue sauce, put it on there and serve them. But I'm basically gonna, I think, use them for spaghetti and pasta myself. I got some sticking to the pan. But they'll all cook evenly if you get them about the same size. So that's the reason I said I'm using about a tablespoon of this meat mixture to a meatball. Now you can get more elaborate with your meatballs if you want, that's up to you. I try to keep them simple. Not too many different flavors going on. because that way it's more versatile when you decide to put them in a sauce or something. It's been many years since I made meatballs. I used to make them for my kids when they were growing up all the time. They'd fight over meatballs. I think though then I was making meatballs 100% ground beef. They didn't have ground pork in them. But you can do a combination of pork, ground beef, and chicken. That makes a good combination. And you just have to keep rolling them around as they start cooking. That way they'll get cooked on all sides. Not sides, but you know what I mean. All around them. I might get one more in there. Let's see. I'll have to do 2 pans of them. And I'm right in front of the camera. But it's just that easy to make meatballs, y'all. Now you can add sage, all kind of different spices to your meatballs. It's up to you. I never like to put much sage in turkey dressing or anything that I cook. I don't really like the taste of sage that much, so I kind of stay away from it. Now I'm going to get me a plate over here. And I'll be putting them out on this plate, not only to drain a little bit, any oil that's in them out, which it's not going to really hurt because it's not that much oil. This is pretty lean meat. And I'll be letting them cool off. And then I'll show you what else I'm going to do with them. I like to try to keep my recipes kind of simple. But you can roll them around and get them cooked all the way around your meatballs. And notice I have my heat on like medium to low because I want them to get cooked thoroughly inside and out, not just burn the outside. just kind of roll them around. Get the uncooked part down. They're going to be good, y'all. You got your main seasonings in your meatballs, and then you'll put your other seasonings in the sauce that you serve with these meatballs. You know, whether it be a spaghetti sauce, whatever type of sauce you'd like to serve them with. I always serve my meatballs with spaghetti. So that means a tomato sauce. But you can certainly use other, other sauces. But anyway, just keep turning them around, rotating them around until you kind of get them browned on all edges or all around it. And I'm going to let those brown, and then I'll bring you back because I've got another pan to do. Now, when you get them done, you need to take them out. As you can see, I put on another pan because I had too many for this one pan. Just put them out on a plate with a paper towel to drain. And to cool off. Woo. Now we're going to cook those the same way, and we're going to put them over there and let them cool off, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we're going to do. Well, we're back, y'all. Now, let my meatballs cool off. I've got a whole plate full of them here. I thought you could see them, but you can't see them in the... See if I move this back. There you go. That's a little better. But I got my meatballs here, and like I said, I don't want to eat these right away. But I had already thawed the pork out, and I had showed you how to do that in the grinder, and I needed to do something with the pork because I didn't want it to go bad. So I made meatballs ahead, and what I'm going to do now, you can put these in little freezer bags if you want. I don't have any small enough, so I'm going to try to make my own here. Because I'm only going to probably freeze 6 at a time, because that way if I want to use them for myself, I can. And I don't have to take a great big old package of meatballs out. So I'm going to go ahead and seal up one end of it. See if I remember the correct way to do it. There, I've got this end sealed, and I'm just gonna cut a strip that I think is wide enough for 6 meatballs to go in. Now, I've never done this before, so you have to bear with me. I may mess up on the first one. If I had freezer bags small enough, you could just pop them in a freezer bag. But they're small enough that they'll go in here. So about six meatballs is enough for me for one meal, you know? Well, it's not working correctly. Maybe I don't have the bags in correct. Maybe I had them in too far. It didn't vacuum it out as much as I wanted it to, but you get the drift. I can put 6 in there at a time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, let's see. Open the appliance. Pressing the buttons on each side. Place open. Okay, we're gonna seal the end of the bag first. And it is sealed. So we're basically making our own little bags, which that's so neat, you know, when you get a roll of vacuum seal. You can cut your bags to fit the food that you want to freeze. But this is great for, like, if there's only 1 or 2 people. You don't have to freeze a whole bag and then open a whole bag just for 5 or 6 meatballs. You can just freeze how many you want to fix it one meal. That's what I should have done. It got all the air out that time. It didn't get all the air out this time. But that'll be all right. Yeah, worked a lot better that time. Look at there. Got every bit of the air out, just like it came from the store. It's been a while since I've used it, so that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. And say I had company when I wanted to fix some spaghetti or wanted to make any other kind of dish with meatballs, I can take out more than one package. Well, I was trying to get it a single line. That one wasn't cooperating. Now, I could even cut it smaller than that. See, it's just that easy, and you got them vacuum sealed. That means you can keep them even longer than you would have normally. I'm going to try cutting this one just a tiny bit smaller. I didn't leave those in long enough. But it didn't seal it all the way. We'll put it back. Leave it for a while longer. Don't want to lose my meatballs out of my bag, so. There, got it this time. Well, I'm going to have 5 in one. My last one, I guess. I don't have quite enough meatballs to make 6 in each one, but 5 is good. 5 will do it. You know what? I hit the wrong button. Let's try this again. Well, I don't have it far enough in there, I guess. Try it again. Now it's working. I hit the moist button a while ago instead of vacuum. That's where it messed up. But I think that's a pretty neat thing to do. Now I've got 6 meatballs, just enough to fix for one meal. Or I could fix for 2 and each one get 3 meatballs, I guess. And that one's not vacuum packed completely, but it's good enough. It's good enough. And we got this one. This is cut and crooked. Not the best pair of scissors in the world. Go ahead and seal one side of it. But see, that's how easy it is. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have 5 and 6 packages of meatballs that I can take out individually and make a sauce and have meatballs and pasta, meatballs and spaghetti, whatever I want to do. And I won't have to stop and make my meatballs. It'll be like buying a big bag of meatballs at the store already made. And I don't really like the ones that you buy already, because they put sage in them and I don't like the sage. Maybe that's why my kids liked my meatballs when they were young. I never put sage and a lot of the other stuff in there that most of these companies put in their meatballs when they make them and freeze them in the bags that you can buy already. I may have cut this off too short, I don't know. We'll try it and see. Try it and see. And there's my last one. So I got 5 packages of meatballs that I can take out and have meatballs and spaghettis, and I've already got my meatballs made. That's what I love about preparing ahead. You can do a lot of stuff like this ahead of time. Freeze them, and then when you get ready to make your meatballs and spaghetti, all you got to do is make your little bit of sauce, or buy you a jar of spaghetti sauce. Boil your noodles, heat your sauce and your meatballs up, and put it on your pasta, and you got meatballs and spaghetti. Just that simple. And if you're working, you're busy all the time, this is a great thing to do. Prepare ahead. I think you'd be glad you did. And that's what I've got for you today, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit out of this anyway. And please like, share, and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Love y'all.